Hey everyone, and welcome back to the programming fields. As of now, in the Laravel 11 series, we have covered a lot from the setting up Laravel project and its new features as well. Also, previously we had implemented the authentication system in Laravel using the Breeze package. But that was the single authentication system. That means there was only one user type in that authentication process. But today in this video, we are diving into multi-authentication system in Laravel 11 using Breeze package. So basically we will be building an authentication system that allows different user types like super admins, admins and normal users. So based on these user roles, these users can log in the system and access specific functionalities. Now, unlike the previous approach, we will be using a single user table with an additional fields to manage the user roles. So basically, we will have one single user table, and in that table, we will manage the different user roles. This simplifies our database structure and leverage Laravel's built-in authorization features. Throughout this video, we will be using the Breeze package for a quick and convenient authentication setup in Laravel 11. So let's get started. So I have navigated to the system, and at the very first step, I will be creating a fresh Laravel 11 application. So in the terminal, I will type composer, create project, prefer dist, Laravel auth app. Let's hit enter. And this will take a couple of seconds to install Laravel 11 application. Yes, so Laravel 11 application has been created, and it created the database SQLite and also it executed the default migrations. Now let's switch to the project folder and let's open it in the VS Code editor. Yes, the project is opened in the VS Code editor. Now if we will take a look into the .env file, then by default the database connection is set to SQLite. So Laravel 11 by default executed the migrations inside this database. Let's verify this. So inside this database folder, we have this database.sqlite file, and inside this database, we have the different tables. Now in the next step, we will be installing Breeze package. So let's check out to the Laravel official documentation, search for Laravel 11, and here inside this search box, search for Breeze. So under the starter kits, you will have the Breeze documentation. Okay. Let's click on this installation and let's copy this. Now let's come to the terminal. Let's paste and let's hit enter. Yes, so the Breeze package has been installed. Now in the next step, we will have to install Breeze. So let's copy and paste this install command. So this is asking which Breeze stack would you like to install? Blade with Alpine, Livewire, React with Inertia, Vue with Inertia, or API only. At this time, I will choose Blade with Alpine. Let's hit enter. Now in the next prompt, it asked, would you like dark mode support? As of now, I will say no. Next, it asked, which testing framework do you prefer? Paste or PHP unit? I will select Paste. Let's hit enter. And this is installing Laravel Breeze. So let's wait for a couple of seconds to finish the installation. Yes, the installation has been completed. Now in the next step, we will have to run npm install so that it will install node modules and all the front-end dependencies. So let's paste it and let's hit enter. Yes, npm has been installed. Now in the next step, we will type npm run build. Yes, so all the front-end dependencies just like assets, css and js has been compiled. Okay, now let's come back to the VS Code editor. Let's start this application, PHP Artisan Serve. Yes, the application has been started on 8000 port. Now let's try to access this. Yes, so we have the brand new Laravel 11 application setup. This is Laravel 11.3.1 and we have the login and register option through Breeze. Alright, so now in the next step, we will have to modify the migrations. So let's come back to the migrations folder, and inside this create users table, I will add one more column to manage the user roles. So after this email field, I will create tiny integer and I will give role. Alright, and this will have default value as 3, as I am going to manage 3 types of user. Just like I will have 1 for super admin, 2 for admin and 3 for normal user. Alright, So in this entire authentication process, we will have a single table just like users, and through this column, we will manage the user roles. Now we will have to migrate this migration. So let's come back to the terminal again, and I will type PHP artisan migrate press. So let's hit enter, and yes, the migrations has been altered and updated. Now if we'll check out to the database SQLite, then inside this users table, we can see we have the role column. Alright. Now respective to this migration, we will have to update the fillable property inside user model. So let's check out models and user model, and after this email, we will have to add role as well. So this is done. Now let's come back to the browser. Let's refresh this application. Now let's come to the register option, and from here let's register our first user. So firstly I will add name as normal user, and this email will have user@testmail.com. I will set password as admin@123. I will repeat the same password. Let's click on register. Yes, the normal user has been registered and it logged in automatically. Now if we will check out to the database, inside this users table, we have the normal user entry, and this role type has 3, and this has the role type as 3. Now similar to this user, I will register 2 more users. One will be super admin, so I will give name as super admin, and email will be superadmin@testmail.com. Password I will keep same. Now let's click on register. Yes, super admin has been registered and logged in. Now let's log out, and let's register one more user as admin. The email will be admin@testmail.com. Password I will keep same. Yes. So now the admin user has been registered. Again, if you will check out to the database, let's refresh once again. Inside this users table, we have 3 entries: admin, super admin, and normal user. But by default, the role has been given as 3 because we have set this as default value through migration itself. So for every new user, it is taking user role as 3. But I want to change this value, just like for super admin, I want this role to be 1, and for this admin, this should be 2. So let's update the roles for these 2 users. So we can update these 2 columns through terminal itself. So let's come to the terminal, and here I will type PHP artisan tinker, and inside this tinker, I can interact with the Laravel application using command prompt itself. So from the users model, I will find user ID with 2 and 3. Okay, so I will write this user : find, and I will pass ID as 2. Let's hit enter. Yes, it returned. So better I can capture this in one variable as $user. Let's hit enter now. So for this super admin, we have the role as 3. So let's change this role as 1. Okay, and let's save this user. So I will write user save function. Yes, user has been updated. Again, if we will find this super admin user, then we can see we have the role as 1. Now similar to this super admin, I will find this for admin as well. So yes, we can see again for the admin user, we have the role as 3. Now let's update this user as well, and this time I will set this role as 2. Now let's save this user. Yes, let's verify by finding again. Yes, for the admin user, we have the role as 2, and for the super admin, we already set this to 1. Let's refresh this database again. Inside this users table, we can see we have the role as 3, 1, and 2. So this is done. Now in the next step, based on the logged in user role, we will have to redirect the users to the different dashboard page, because if we will check out to the browser, then we can see we have the single dashboard page for every logged in user. Alright, but I want to differentiate this dashboard page based on the logged in user role. So for this, we will have to create 2 more dashboard page. We can create view through command itself. So let's write PHP artisan make view, and I will create one folder as, and inside this folder I will create dashboard view. Let's hit enter. Yes, so it created a new view, new blade file inside super admin folder. Now similar to this, I will create for admin as well. Let's hit enter. Yes, again we have a new view for admin. So if we'll check out to the application, inside the resources views folder, we have 2 new folders as admin and super admin. And inside these folders, we have the new view as dashboard blade.php. So for these two views, I want same dashboard layout as we have for the normal user. So I will copy this entire snippet from the dashboard view and I will add this for super admin, and I will change this name as super admin dashboard. Same thing I will repeat for the admin. So inside this admin dashboard blade, I will paste that snippet and I will rename this to admin dashboard. This is done. Now we have to call these views based on the logged in user role. So for that, let's check out to the web.php route, and inside this we can see we have the default route as class dashboard, and this is returning view as dashboard. So I will just copy and paste it 2 times, and I will add comment as this dashboard is for normal user. Okay, I will make this for super admin and this will be for admin. So inside this route, I will change the endpoint name as superadmin/dashboard, and this will call superadmin.dashboard because we have the dashboard view inside superadmin folder. Same thing for admin, I will rename this endpoint as admin/dashboard, and this will call admin.dashboard view. This is done. Let's save it. So we have created the routes to redirect the dashboard. Now we have to change the name accordingly as superadmin.dashboard, and this will be admin.dashboard. Alright, now let's come back to the browser. Let's log out this application, let's refresh it once, and from this login page, we have to set the redirection based on the logged in user. Alright, so let's come back to the VS Code editor, and inside this resources views auth folder, we have the login blade. So this login blade form is redirecting to this login route. Alright, now if we will find this login route, so inside this web.php, we can see we have new route directory as auth.php. So let's check out to this auth.php route inside this routes folder, and we can see we have the post route login, and this is added inside authenticate session controller. So let's find this authenticate session controller inside HTTP controllers folder. So inside HTTP controllers, we have the auth controller. Inside this, we have the authenticated session controller. Now if you scroll down, then we can see we have the store function. So from here, the user is logged in and the logged in user session is generating. Alright, and after the generating sessions, it redirecting to the dashboard page. So from here, we can manage the different redirection path based on the logged in user role. So let's add dump and dive first. Let's print this request all and request user. Okay, let's come back to the browser and refresh it. Now let's try to log in user normal user. I will type user@testmail.com and password as admin@123. Let's click on login. And yes, we can see we have the request as email and password and this CSRF token. And now in the next dump, we have the request user. So basically this is fetching the logged in user from the users table. Let's suppose we have entered correct email and password, then based on that, it returned the user records from the users table. In case if we entered incorrect password or email, let's add different password. Let's try to log in. Then we can see it returned that these credentials do not match our records. Now again, if we will enter the correct password, then we can see we are able to get the logged in user details. So based on this logged in user role, we can differentiate the different redirection. So let's add the condition. So I will create one variable as logged in user role. I will fetch this through request user role. Alright. Here I will add condition if logged in user role is equals to 1, that means this will be for super admin. So for the super admin, I will set the redirection route to the super admin.dashboard because we have created the route inside web.php. For the super admin, we have the route named as super admin.dashboard. For the admin, we have the named route as admin.dashboard. So let's add this redirection URL superadmin.dashboard. Again, I will add else if condition. If logged in user role is equals to 2, this will be for admin user. Alright, and for this I will add redirection to the admin dashboard. So for this we have the route as admin.dashboard. Alright, and by default for the normal user this will be redirected to the normal dashboard page. This is done. Now let's save and let's come back to the browser. Let's go back and refresh this page. Alright, now let's try to log in using superadmin first. So I will write superadmin@testmail.com. I will enter the correct password as admin@123. Now let's try to log in. So yes, we can see based on the superadmin credential, we are redirected to superadmin route and we have the loaded dashboard page as superadmin dashboard. And inside this profile option, we can see we have the superadmin. If we will click on this, we have the name as superadmin and email as the superadmin. Okay. Similarly, if we will log in through the admin user, we will enter admin@testmail.com. Password will be admin@123. Then we can see we have redirected to the admin dashboard. And inside this profile option, we have the admin name and admin email address. Similarly, if we will log in through the normal user@testmail.com, let's hit enter. And yes, we can see we are redirected to the normal dashboard route and we have the normal dashboard page. And inside this profile option, we can see we have the name as normal user and its email. So the redirection is working correctly based on the user role type. Now we have one issue as of now. If we will click on this dashboard link, or even if we will try to redirect to the admin/dashboard, because we have created the different routes for superadmin, admin and normal user. So based on the logged in user, if we will try to switch to the different route, just like from this normal user logged in dashboard, if I will try to switch to the admin dashboard, then yes, we are able to switch to the admin dashboard. Similarly, we will able to switch to the superadmin dashboard. So here we have some issue. So to prevent this redirection, we will create middlewares. Alright, let's come back to the terminal and here we will create middleware as PHP artisan make middleware, and I will create 3 different middleware or 3 different user roles. Firstly, I will create for superadmin. Next, I will create for admin, and lastly, I will create for normal user. Alright, let's hit enter. Yes, we have 3 different middlewares. Now based on the logged in user role, we will set the redirection using this middleware. So inside this app HTTP middleware, we have 3 different middlewares: superadmin, normal user and admin. Alright, so let's start with the superadmin. Inside this superadmin middleware handle function, inside this handle function parameters, we have the request and closure, and based on this will redirect to the next middleware. Firstly, I will check the auth user role, right? So I will import auth facade first. I will type use eliminate support facade and auth. Alright, inside this handle function, I will check firstly if user is logged in. Alright, so I will check auth check function. I will write if not auth check. That means if user is not logged in, then this will redirect to the login route. We will write return redirect route function. Inside this, I will type login. Alright, that means if user is not logged in, then the user has to log in first through the login page. Alright, I will add comment as if user is not logged in, then this will redirect to the login page. Okay, and after that I will check logged in user role. So again I will get one variable as user role. Inside this I will call this auth user function, and from there I will fetch this role. Now I will put one condition as if user role equals 3. That means if it is superadmin, then this will process the request. Alright, else if user role equals 2, then this will return to the admin dashboard. This part is for admin user. So this will redirect to the admin.dashboard URL. Lastly, I will add condition for the normal user. I will write else if user role equals 3. Okay, this should be for 1 actually. We have the super admin as 1, admin as 2 and normal user as 3. Alright, and this will redirect to the normal dashboard page. Alright, we have added the condition based on the auth user role. Firstly, we have fetched the user role and we have added the if else condition. If the user role is 1, then this will process the next request because this is super admin middleware. So through this middleware, only the super admin can access the next pages. Else, if it is normal admin, then this will redirect to the admin dashboard page. Else, if it is normal user, then this will redirect to the dashboard page. Alright, now let's copy these conditions. Come back to the normal user middleware. Here, let's paste it. Also, let's import this auth facade here. And in this normal user case, the user role 3, this will process the request. And for the super admin, this will redirect to the super admin.dashboard. Alright, let's repeat this for the admin as well. Inside this admin middleware, let's import this auth facade again. So this time we will change this condition for the admin. So for the admin, this will redirect to the next request, and for the normal user, we will redirect to the dashboard page. Alright, this is done. Now let's come back to the terminal. We will clear the cache. So I will write PHP artisan optimize clear. So this will clear all the configuration cache. This is done. Now in the next step, we will have to register these middlewares. Inside the Laravel 11, we can register the middleware inside this bootstrap app.php. Alright, so let's switch to this app.php, and inside this with middleware closure function, we will have to register our middleware. So I will alias the middlewares. So I will call this alias function, and inside this alias function array, I will alias the middleware as super admin. And firstly, we will have to import these middlewares. So I will write use app http middleware admin, and next we have super admin. Lastly, we have the normal user middleware. So we have imported these 3 middlewares inside this app.php, and for the super admin, we will call this super admin class. Right? Let's repeat for the users. For the admin user, I will alias as admin. I will call this admin middleware class. For the normal user, I will add user, and I will call this normal user middleware class. The middlewares have been registered here. Now we will have to apply these middlewares inside this route. So let's come to the web.php, and inside this dashboard route, we will have to apply middleware. For the normal user, we will apply user middleware. For the super admin, we will apply super admin middleware, and for the admin, we will apply admin middleware alias. So this is done. Now let's come back to the browser. Let's log out this URL first. Let's refresh this application. Let's try to log in. Firstly, I will log in through normal user. I will type user@testmail.com. Let's try to log in. I have redirected to the normal user dashboard. Let's suppose here I will try to direct to the admin dashboard by typing admin/dashboard in the URL. Now let's hit enter. And we can see we are not able to redirect to the admin dashboard from this normal user. Again, it redirected back to the current dashboard page. Let's try for super admin. I have tapped super-admin/dashboard. Let's try to redirect to the super admin dashboard, but you can see we are not able to redirect to the super admin or even admin dashboard. Based on this logged in user role, again it is throwing back to this current dashboard. Let's check for the other users. Let's suppose we will log in through the super admin. So now I have redirected to the super admin dashboard. From here, if I will try to redirect to the normal user dashboard, I have added this /dashboard in the URL. Let's hit enter. And we can see it redirected me back to the super admin dashboard because I have logged in through the super admin. Based on the logged in user role, it is redirecting back to the respective dashboard page. We have set the redirection using middleware. Now we have to change this navigation as well. We'll click on this navigation link available inside this header, and we can see we have the redirection URL as /dashboard, and also for this logo as well. If we click on this /dashboard, then it is triggering to that particular dashboard page, and from there it is redirecting back to the same dashboard page. So for this, we will have to put the condition inside this navigation blade file, so that based on the logged in user role, it will redirect to the respective URLs. Let's come back to the code. Inside this resources, views, layouts, we have the navigation.blade.php. So inside this navigation blade, we have the navigation link added for dashboard, right? So we will have to differentiate the user role, and based on the logged in user role, we will create different redirection route. Here we'll have to write some condition. I will write role type variable. Here I will fetch auth user role, right? Let's dump and die this role type. Let's refresh it. Yes, we can see based on the current user role, we are getting value as 1 because we have logged in through the super admin. So we are getting this role type. Now we will add condition. So firstly, I will create one variable as direct URL, and by default I will set this to dashboard first. Then I will create switch case statement here. Alright, and I will pass this role type. Now we will add condition. If role type is 1, then the redirect URL will be super admin dot dashboard. Same thing, we'll add condition for admin. Let's add comment. This is for super admin, this is for admin, and default this will be redirected to this dashboard page. Okay, so we have added the switch case statement here. If role type is 1, then this will be redirected to the super admin dashboard. Else if role type is 2, then this will be redirected to the admin dashboard. For the default case, if the role type is 3, then this will be redirected back to the dashboard page. So this is done. Let's copy this redirect URL, and here I will pass this dynamically, right? Same thing for here and for this component params as well. Okay, let's search for that dashboard. Yes, for the mobile menu as well, we will have to add this redirect URL. Yes, this is done. Let's save, come back to the browser, let's refresh it. Now if we'll hover over in this link, then we can see we have the redirection URL as super-admin/dashboard. We'll inspect it, and if we'll check this hyperlink, we can see we have the super admin dashboard. Also for this logo as well, we have the super admin/dashboard. So this is coming based on the logged in user role. From here we can update the profile super admin user. Yes, profile has been updated and it refreshed automatically. By using this way, we can manage the different role types using the single table. In the upcoming videos, we will see how we can manage the multi-authentication using different tables. In that flow, we will see how we can manage the guards and providers as well. Alright, that's it. We have successfully built a multi-authentication system in Laravel 11 using Bridge package. And in the entire authentication system, we have used a single user table, and inside that user table, we have managed different roles. We have used Bridge package for a smooth authentication setup in Laravel 11. We have covered user roles and Laravel's built-in authorization features to access based on user types. Remember, this is a basic implementation and you can further customize this package based on your specific requirements. There are additional features like permission-based authorization that you can explore to create more granular access control system. For further learning, I highly recommend checking out the Laravel documentation on authorization and gates. Also, you can check out the Bridge package documentation for more advanced customization options. So thank you all for joining in this today's session. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe Programming Fields for more Laravel tutorials and content like this. See you soon in the next video. Until then, happy coding.